Today is Sol 166, and we've managed to harvest our first crop of potatoes, and this achievement was met with celebrations that lasted into the night. Our colony had never been so united, filled with motivation and hope for the future. We found it fitting to adjust our schedules for the next day for a later start time on productions so that we could all celebrate this incredible milestone. While cautious not to impact the overall plan, we shuffled the staffing around and deployed multi-skilled resources to complete the necessary checks at both the farming and mining sites until our full complement of resources were back on schedule the next day. The plans and guidelines we created, together with the revised training, proved its worth, and with that, our routine had been grounded and our Martians were soon working together efficiently and effectively. It hasn't all been good though, as we discovered that our human nature of forming factions has started to root itself in our new colony, and this could risk what we've built so far. In the farming side, there were some inconsistencies with the quality of the crops. We started seeing more and more spoiled batches. This was a huge risk. If our farming capability on Mars fails, we cannot colonize the planet. Our analyst team immediately got to work to try and understand why our outputs have declined. We studied the data meticulously, but unfortunately the patterns pointed toward Martian error. We were able to match the spoiled batches of the Martian teams scheduled over that period of time and found that there was a relationship between Martian teams and the bad crops they produced. This concerning find had to be factual and had to be correct, and our WFM analyst team combed through every bit of data to uncover the failure that caused the loss of crops. Two Martian teams in question had adhered perfectly to the schedule. They fertilized and watered the crops on time. However, while everything was done on schedule, the duration of time spent doing these activities were much shorter than our baseline, as we set out in our community guidelines. We found that the Martian teams were manipulating the system to gain time off, whereby the first team would clock in and do the work for both teams, and then they would alternate. While it was on schedule, the work was rushed and the quality dropped, resulting in the loss of valuable food provisions. We needed to put a solution in place, but more importantly, we needed to change our guidelines to ground rules, which sadly created a negative perception of the WFM team, even though we had to do this for the well being of the colony. Even though the colony wasn't happy, this led to a better structured approach to the work schedule, where each Martian was now responsible for their contribution to the team's effort and ultimately the success of the colony. A performance report was implemented that tracked Martian activities, in addition to the existing report that tracked production output. This was the bridge that we needed to promote fairness and equal distribution of workload. With each new challenge, each new hurdle, we remain motivated as a WFM team to see that the success of the colony is realized as we committed to before setting off. Creating workable solutions to our unique landscape here on Mars is our own greatest achievement. This is Outpost WFM signing off.